When becoming a digital nomad, you might have lots of expectations and lots of sort of things that might not line up with reality once you start your journey. So in this video, as a seasoned digital nomad, I'm going to talk about all these different things that might not be reality, and Georgina will weigh in with her sort of like more newbie perspective. Let's go. Hi Georgina, how's it going?
Hi Erik.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Good. We are in Athens and it's amazing here.
We're by the seaside,
hot.
Yeah, really hot, 38 degrees today, and yeah, it's hard to sit here and make these videos. Actually, it's that hot. It's like 38 degrees, so yeah. So a lot of people have misconceptions about the digital nomad lifestyle before they start.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk about some of those. So the first one is how expensive it is to travel.
Well, I think in the beginning you think it's really expensive. You need a lot of money to travel. And yeah, I don't know, for me, I would expect that I need thousands and thousands of euros to travel, especially somewhere further away. And it's not true, right?
Well, there's always a way to travel cheaper if you want. There's always a way to get by. So everybody, I think this is sort of like an extension of the people who want everything to be perfect before they do anything. So, but if you show up in Vietnam with, just a little bit of money, you can probably find a hostel or something like that where you can stay for 10 euros or something like that, and street food you can get for 1 or 2 euros, and there's always a way. And it's all about what standard of life you're used to, and if you're used to a 4-star accommodation or something like that, that's going to be more pricey. But if you're willing to stay in a backpacker's hostel, share a room with other people, it can be cheap. And it's all about taking that plunge. And so
I think also you can find a cheaper Airbnb to share it with one more person, with a friend or something.
Yeah, Airbnb is not the cheapest though. Usually by going around in places you can find better prices, but for those who want to have everything planned out, yeah, try the Airbnb. Try to sort of get your thing locked down before you arrive, but there's always a way. So it doesn't take lots of money, especially if you're coming from some expensive country like the UK, US, Canada, Switzerland, or places like that. Going to a place like Thailand, Serbia, or even Greece can be a really super affordable thing. So it's not going to be expensive all the time. You won't need tons of money, especially if you are actually living like a local and becoming a long-term expat. So I've done it in Serbia, for example. And so don't let that stop you. And yeah, the next thing is that it's going to be when you go to another country, it's going to be all traditional and foreign. So we're sitting in Greece right now, Southern Europe. Would you call this area traditional and foreign, to someone like me? Because for me, it's not.
No, not at all, right?
We're in Athens, by the seaside. Everything's very recognizable, and I find the same sorts of places everywhere I go. Maybe that's because I'm going more to expat places around the world, because that's what I'm into. But yeah, you can find places that are completely foreign, but there's a nice middle ground a lot of the time of places that are, built for tourists, have all the conveniences, toilets and toilet paper and showers you're used to or something like that. And that standard of accommodation, you can always find it. And you're not always going to be traveling in places where it's going to be traditional and sort of foreign. And so I don't know, what's the most exotic place you've been?
Thailand, I guess.
Thailand, yeah. And did you find it was a huge sort of gap? It was really different?
In most places, yeah. But there were still there were places that I could also feel that, okay, this place reminds me of a place in Greece, let's say.
Yep, exactly. So there's a whole gradient of a whole spectrum of places that are more foreign, more local, and more just different vibes that you can get, and you can, as a traveler, choose which ones you want to be in. For example, I remember one trip in 2009 in Peru. I was really sick of the gringo places. I was going from Lima, trying to get out of Lima. I ended up in this gringo place where they had sea lions and stuff like that. And then from there I took a bus to some hotel resort, and then I walked into the city center, and then it was full on Peruvian. So, and then the places to stay were like $3 a night, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, you decide how local and traditional you want to get. And at any time when you're in most of the countries that you will end up traveling as a digital nomad, there will be places where you can go and get like a Western comfort food, like a hamburger or something like that, and just like feel like you're at home. So don't worry about that. Yeah. The next sort of expectation people have when they become a digital nomad, this is a big one, folks, like that it's you're going to live a life that's like stress-free on the beach and you'll be on holiday forever. So far away from the truth. It's even harder to make a living as a digital nomad when you're traveling than it is like if you were to be in a place where you're grounded in the office and like sort of going every day. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like we have the image of a digital nomad always like on a hammock, right? With a laptop and a cocktail. So this is...
Yeah, but I regularly get stressed out on my business, and my business is successful. I've been doing this for years, and like still I get stressed out when I'm traveling. There's no day that I actually like am just like carefree about the business. It requires an incredible amount of discipline to be successful as a digital nomad, and sort of like you know, build something and keep it going and all that sort of stuff. So it's not like a holiday forever. Although if you look at our Instagram feeds and stuff like that, you might think that it is, because we do sort of glamorize the travel aspect above the work
there
sort
are
of
moments
aspect.
like that, actually.
There are lots of moments, because you check into a beautiful room or apartment, and then you look out the window and there's like this beautiful view, and you put your laptop on the balcony and take a picture of it, upload it to your Instagram, and all your friends back home are super jealous of the lifestyle. But they don't see like the weird stuff. They don't see the sort of like hassle that you have to go through. They don't see the lack of routine, the isolation that you go through. So it's not like a holiday. It's not like carefree. You have to, like, humans are creatures of routine in some way, and you have to find a way to, just do it. Like, there will be good days and bad days, just like a normal life. There will be like days when you just like have an easy time doing everything, and days when your work frustrates you, just like a normal job. And I think you just need to embrace it and be thankful that you have location independence and you can work from where you want. The next one is that you'll be happy forever when you become a digital nomad. This is an extension of the last one, because like happiness is a very elusive thing. Chasing happiness is like, I don't know, it's like trying to stand on a cloud. Like, because there's always something in your life which could be better, and there's always a lot that you really have to be grateful for.
Especially if you haven't done that before, you always feel and have this like image that you will go somewhere far away, and then like your problems will disappear, right? Yeah,
and if you have problems, like, you take your problems with you when you travel. That's the thing. Mm-hmm. You take your loneliness, depression, insert any sort of other thing in there when you travel. It's just when you're traveling as a digital nomad, you're giving yourself the space to sort of like let that stuff breathe a lot more. When you're locked into a life in your home country, when you're like just living on the default sort of thing with the same group of friends that you always had back home, then it's basically, I mean, it's all right there, and it's all in the routine, and you want to break free from that by becoming a digital nomad. That doesn't mean that all your problems are going to disappear automatically. So be willing to do a lot of work on yourself, and the work never ends. The work never ends. You have to work on yourself, and wherever you are.
Wherever you are, exactly.
Yeah. And stuff like lack of stability and lack of sort of like a familiar social circle can really actually bring a lot of this stuff to the forefront and actually give you a chance to deal with it. So you won't necessarily be happy as a digital nomad, but life will certainly be more interesting. And you might be homesick for certain things that you left behind. You might miss things about your like home country, and basically, just like try to find like try to be grateful for what you have where you are every day, and that's the best way to wake up and sort of like make yourself and others happy around you. So because the expectation next one is like life will be easy. Nah, like culture shock, plus lack of routine, plus jet lag, plus, whatever.
Bad communication.
Your bank blocking your like MasterCard because you're in Vietnam or something like that, and all that sort of stuff. All this stuff, like, you have to realize that this lifestyle
Life won't be easy.
Life won't be easy.
This lifestyle,
it could
actually, it's even, I don't know, for me, it looks more difficult.
The more you move around, the more you are inviting, like, sort of hassle. Like, yeah, it can be easy if you go to a place that's, like, really well set up for tourists, like Thailand, and you stay in one accommodation and go to eat at one restaurant every day, but that gets boring. So the complexity of life is really what you should be looking for to sort of, like, I don't know, just make your life interesting. But it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be like every day is like a picnic, unless you decide to be that boring with your digital nomad lifestyle. I mean, yeah, you can get sick as well. You can sort of like be in this loop of constantly going to new places so much that your work suffers. You like end up in a hospital, not have any food that you enjoy eating, not having the comfort food you had back home. It can all happen to you as a digital nomad. So, yeah, watch out. The next expectation is that weather will be perfect in the south. So here we are in the south of Europe. It's way too hot today. It
seems great. It seems beautiful, but yeah, it's really hot.
The only place I went that had consistently like nice weather is Medellin, Colombia. It's in the hills, in the mountains or whatever, and it was always like between like 15 and 25 degrees. But I was there during rainy season, so like just
Again,
because you don't have a winter,
ideal.
I'm the number one person who would actually say I hate winter. I don't like it. By November, I am sick of being in Europe, like the short days sort of ending and all that sort of stuff. But that doesn't mean like going to Thailand is going to make it perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, like
way
today,
too humid.
way too humid, way too hot.
Way too hot.
Air conditioning, like sometimes I get in this battle with an air conditioner where you can never get it quite right. Pro tip is like put it on 27 and just leave it there. 27 is like the magic number that
yeah, exactly.
that will just keep it relatively cool. But yeah, the weather's not going to be like better. It's just going to be different. Like I'm sweating right now. It's like 35 or 38 degrees, and it's different challenges. Like I think the biggest thing I have to say in this video is that you're opening yourself up for different challenges, different sort of like experiences, and congratulations for being open to that. But it's not gonna all be great. Yeah. And we touched on this next one, like a little bit before, but the expectation will be that you're gonna leave your problems behind. Nope. Go to another country. Like you'll be just the same neurotic person about the stuff you were neurotic about back home. It may take a while for it to come out. You might go through what we call a honeymoon period, where everything's so fresh and so new and so novel that you sort of like, I don't know, you're kind of like everything's like nice, everything's like beautiful, and yeah. But the honeymoon period only lasts so long, and whatever sort of like I don't know if it's problems with relationships, if it's problems
your heart
with
is broken,
money.
It will be broken even in Thailand or Mexico or wherever you are.
Yeah, it would just be like a different, like Thailand, for example, like I don't know, Mexico and Thailand, like different vibes. Different. Europe is a different vibe, but at the same time, you're the same you. You're the same you, and you might find that one culture makes you more relaxed. Like for example, Asia makes me more relaxed as a human being. But it still doesn't like make me feel like I don't know, like my life is complete just from being there. It just kind of gives a little hope, like that my life will be more complete, and like sort of like having lived this lifestyle for a long time. It used to be that Europe was going to be where I was going to be happy, and Canada, where I am from, like kind of got old, and I grew as much as a human being and as I could. And now, like Asia has occupied that position in my life, and I'm living more in Asia so that I can like find that happiness that Asia gave me. But will that last forever? I met lots of people who moved to Thailand like 10 years ago, and they're just like, I'm done, I can't handle this anymore. But I'm just on that journey of still like enjoying Thailand. It's like you have to like go and find your happiness within. You need to find home within. You need to find home within your heart, and radiate your truth and your contentment from inside of you, and then the people around you will assemble and resonate with that, not the other way around. Although, yeah, there are some places that do offer like a lot more like you vibes, like where you can be a lot more yourself, and especially like being a foreigner, rather than being a person from a society where people expect you to behave like all the other people in that society. Being a foreigner is like a pass to sort of like do things your own way, because you're already different just from being a person who's not from the place where you're at. And yeah, you can just sort of like use that as a tool for growth. Yeah. And the expectation that I hear a lot when people talk about, for example, moving to Thailand is like that they'll be healthier just from eating Thai food or something like that. And you know, like
and
that,
Thai food is like fried rice and
yeah. And I do know lots of people who lost weight moving to Thailand and stuff like that, but there's also the opposite. So you shouldn't think that just from being like in another place, like that you're gonna become healthier, that you're gonna like have better routines. Like you need to take responsibility for what you put in your body and how much exercise you get, how you exercise, whether it's yoga, which Georgina and I are a big fan of, she's my teacher, whether it's strength training, where you know I do lots of pull-ups and push-ups, and you know I love to make like lots of healthy salads and stuff like that. Unless you're going to like some sort of like raw vegan retreat, you can't expect like the place that you're going is going to do that stuff for you, and then it's going to be automatic. Maybe like leaving your place and becoming a digital nomad will force you to, I don't know, adopt a lifestyle that maybe involves
lifestyle.
Yeah, more walking.
But who knows if it's going to be better or worse, right?
Smaller portions, for example.
Yeah.
But health is really about you and your decisions, and when you're traveling, it's really easy to make bad decisions in terms of health, like not exercising, like eating a bunch of like unhealthy like fried food on the street just because it's like you know, that's the cheap available thing on the street outside of your hostel and sort of stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you're not going to become healthier. You just have an opportunity to find new habits. But those of us like me who have been in this game a long time have seen lots of people gain lots of weight traveling, and lots of people actually like use the idea of traveling to like get serious about health. So you make your own adventure in this area, and yeah, it's easy to fall into bad habits. So basically what I really wanted to say in this video is like, it's better to like take responsibility of your own habits and your own sort of like life as a digital nomad, and realize that you don't automatically leave your life behind, and you need to like figure out how you want to be the best person moving forward when you become a digital nomad. And if you can do that, folks, the future looks bright. And take every day as a new experience of life. You can have your weekly routine and stuff, but you will learn living in a different country about all sorts of different stuff just from being there. And that's the treasure of it. There's a world of possibility out there where you can just travel the world and live your dream. And even though some of the times may be tough, you will learn from all the good times and the bad times, and all the nice things and the not so nice things, and all the different perspectives that you can obtain traveling the world, meeting people, and working online as a digital nomad. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Erik.
Yeah, have a great day wherever you are, and thanks for watching our video, and subscribe to our channel if you like it. Join our community below on Facebook, and we'll catch you later.